On the front stretch here, our cars are staying mainly to the right side down the front stretch. Spray.
There's definitely some wet spots back here.
True.
Down the straightaway, but it's like hit or miss. You know, it's, you know, some here, then it'll go 100 feet, then be wet, stuff like that. But I don't see any spray or anything.
Yeah, so the spray tells me obviously that there's not standing at all. It's just so cold. I don't think it's going to dry out enough, right? Like, especially if 50% of people don't even want to run right now. Like, that tells me we're still going to be qualified in wet.
Yeah, for sure.
A little more aggressive back here.
On the inside of this headrest.
Which side? Because remember we adjusted the right side because you said you needed an inch off of it.
Welcome back to Watkins Glen, and we have some takers on track as you're getting a good look at Shane Van Gisbergen, the best there is in NASCAR when it comes to road course racing. He's doing the triple this weekend, Michael. This is his first of 3 days of racing.
And this has just got to feel so good to him. The confidence he must show up with is unmatched. Auckland, New Zealand. And this guy can get it done on the road courses, and he's getting better everywhere he goes. But you can see we're on a wet track. The groove there, these guys will be conservative on these tires and understanding exactly where the limits are.
See Tony Breidinger with the fastest lap so far. She got a lap in just before the 4 of SVG. Breidinger back in a truck behind the wheel.
I want to give a shout out to Tony too, man. She was impressive at Texas, had good speed.
She did.
Really, really competitive, top 20 finish, but just all in all, from practice beginning until the checkered flag in Texas, she was very, very good. And I like her speed right now. SVG, experienced road racer that you talked about. These guys are filling things out into the bus stop here. You can see Tony Breidinger in the 20 truck.
Celsius on board. She was here last year in ARCA, so she's got a little experience. She was in the truck as well, Michael. I don't know if you remember, she had an issue and went up in flames at this race, had a scary moment, no doubt. She reminded me of that this morning, but she's in a good place. She's racing for 2 different teams here in the truck series for about a total of 10 truck races this year.
I gotcha.
McAnally Hilgeman Racing. This is a 5th truck for them this weekend. We talk about Tony Breidinger. We actually have 3 women in the field here at the Glen. There they are. Natalie Decker, saw her in Daytona and Talladega in the O'Reilly Series. She hasn't been in a truck in a while. And Destiny Spurlock hoping to make her truck series debut. A lot of talk about her making her ARCA Menards National debut just a few weeks ago and did a great job finishing the top 10. But they do have to qualify, so we'll see how everybody shakes out. But 3 women behind the wheel. We have 38 trucks for 36 spots.
There's been 6 trucks on the track, and this is Natalie Decker, and we've seen these guys make laps around the racetrack. Shane Van Gisbergen is currently 3 seconds faster than everyone else, and that just shows you experience and knowledge that he has when it comes to racing in the wet, road racing as well. So these other drivers now have a benchmark. They know what's out there at least, and they will go try to get that.
Well, Caitlin, what's Chandler Smith thinking about as he gets ready to go out?
Yeah, right now he's just watching this practice session take place. What is the game plan? You guys want to wait a bit before you go out there? What are your thoughts?
I think we're going to wait just a little bit, but nevertheless, I think the rain's going to clear out for the rest of the day, so try to get an accurate reading on, what the racing conditions are actually going to be, but, the track's going to have to dry off, but the only way it's going to dry off is if we get trucks out there, so before long, we'll probably go out there, run a few laps, just make sure, everything's running well, heights are good, everything's running fine, and then hopefully we can get, I don't know about qualifying and whatnot, I'm on the fence on, what we should do there, honestly, so, but excited about the race nevertheless. Got beautiful Oswego County colors on the truck this weekend. Went up and fished yesterday up in Lake Ontario with all those folks, and they had such great hospitality out there. Such warm-hearted people up in that community, so had a great time. And looking forward to trying to make them proud today.
Hope it goes well for you. Chandler Smith doing some fishing and racing while he's here in Watkins Glen, Jamie.
That's right. Sounds like he's having a great time.
I saw him fishing on the lake. He did some stuff on his social media. This is a guy that'll be part of the story this afternoon. Connor Zilich. Just give you an update. I talked about the benchmark set by Shane Van Gisbergen. First couple of laps, 3 seconds better than the field. Tony Breidinger said, I can match that. She went out and ran a speed just this, about identical to what Shane was able to do, so that's impressive. It'll all develop and it'll all move and change, Jamie, as the track dries out and these guys continue to find the limits. That'll be a constant roller coaster, if you will, at the front of the field. Different drivers making their way to the top.
Connor Mozak doing a nice job following along behind Connor Zilich. Had a moment a few seconds ago for Jackson Lee. He's back behind the wheel for the second time in the Truck Series.
Overshoots turn 1, but fortunately, plenty of runoff room there. You remember back in the day when Jimmy Johnson went off there was no pavement. It was all gravel, and fortunately, Jimmy was able to pound into the tire barrier and walked away from that crazy crash.
Well, Jackson Lee has a lot of experience up here. He's raced all kinds of vehicles in the sports car world, and of course he's trying to get used to it. Remember, Michael, at St. Pete, he made his debut. He's about as tall as you. He was folded up in that race truck, couldn't feel his legs throughout the race, and held it together, and he earned a spot. So he's doing all the road courses. There's 4 of them this year, so he'll be running for Team Rayum for all 4. So glad to see Jackson Lee back behind the wheel.
Dusty Spurlock making her way around the racetrack. You can see her speed is a little bit off right now, but this is all new. Looking at these turns and just taking everything in, and then they're going to throw in the track's wet and rain tires and all the different things that Destiny's faced with right now. Just the biggest challenge that I'm sure she's ever faced.
But overall,
See there, very interesting career. She's done a lot of different things. See that, competed as a motorcycle drag racer, decided she wanted to go stock car racing. Racing in the ARCA Menard Series as well today, Michael. So she was on track earlier in her ARCA car. So the differences in the 2 vehicles, and she has 2 races in the same day. She's got a lot on her plate.
I'm just amazed at what she's faced with, and I bet she tackles it well.
So far, Connor Zilich, the one they're all chasing.
Here he goes. Next one, just getting to 6 now. Through it, you get off a little bit, it's just as dense as it was, but I mean, you run 1 lane through there anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still going to be a rain line here. Not super exaggerated, but just off of the rubber, Yeah, 10-4.
Yeah, Timmy Hill ran a 124, and then goes a 25, 25, 26, and then the 2 ran a 26.9. SVG is probably 2 signs off that right now. All clear. I'd say we need to get some fuel burn too, so at least you'll know the grip level of both if we have to do one or the other for qualifying. Copy. I just let him know all that is about as far as line. I saw Village get a little bit free getting into 6, so it might be a little damp over there yet. Copy. Is it starting to dry out some? Got a lane dry, anything?
The lower S's, yes, there's a dry line. On top of the S's, still there's like that weeper. That's probably the sketchiest part of my section.
There's more of the curve through the bus stop. Not changing colors, but the dampness is gone.
Here, you'll be clear off this one. Next one's on the last corner. Looks like they might be pitting. All right, you're clear all the way. Coming to you. Nothing out back. Lots of room behind you.
On the outside at the alt start finish line. Put another, put half of the brake opening on the rotors.
But still wet for the most part.
Practice, new man on top, Connor Mozak in the 7 truck.
I watched him run around a lap or 2 behind Connor Zilic, and he was right on him. And now that he's ahead of him, he's put down the fastest lap. So great start to this session for Connor Mozak.
Those Spire trucks are fast, Michael. We don't see him often run 3 trucks, but they're doing that here this weekend. Connor Mozak, of course, we have Carson Hocevar and Connor Zilic. Quite the lineup.
Last time Mozak was behind the wheel of a truck, it was Darlington. Top 5'd it, so he's had a great start to this season, getting some solid runs and really a lot of speed here at Watkins.
11 trucks have hit the track so far, and more making their way out onto the track as it continues to dry, seeing a little bit of improvement. But just a reminder, it's mid-40s here right now as we take a look at Caden Honeycutt.
This kid is so impressive. We saw him at Texas battling for the win, couldn't get it done. A little bit hard on himself, wanting to win so bad. You see Willow Park, Texas, that was his home track, wanting to win so bad at that racetrack, but couldn't quite put it all together. But right there, nipping at the victory.
Look at how tight our points are here in the truck series. It's like every race we leave with a different leader.
Well, I think 10th place is 102 points behind the leader, Caden Honeycutt. Tyler Reddick has that over second, even more. I mean, that's how fast, such a crazy start Reddick's got to the season, and it just shows you how competitive things are in the truck series.
See SVG Shane Van Gisbergen right there. Bernice Motorsports to the top of the board again.
All the way down to
times come down.
1:18.50. We saw him go out at first around 1:23, 5 seconds faster, and that'll just keep dropping as the track continues to dry.
Look at the number of wins, Michael. Just this man has only been in the series for about 2 years, 2.5 years. A winning machine when it comes to turning left and right.
What about when he showed up at the street course at Chicago? I mean, he just set the NASCAR world on its ears, because no one had ever done. I mean, he was, you know, we've had people come from Australia, New Zealand, all over the world to be a part of this. They've been competitive, and eventually take Juan Montoya. He eventually went to victory lane, but not like Shane did. He showed up and won right off the bat.
And now he's full-time racing in the Cup Series. Often likes to race over here in the O'Reilly Series, but this is just his second truck race, Michael. It's been a while since we saw him at ORP up in Indianapolis on that short oval when he was first coming over to race in America.
Now, this is going to be interesting to me, and I know he's adapted to everything he's done, and what a week it's been. Got that victory at Talladega, and then...
You said adapting? How about this? Adapting to the Met Gala. Got all fancy, rocking a watch his dad gave him. Looked so good that night, and it's great for the sport, Michael, to see our drivers, especially after winning, to show up in such a grand way.
He had to have his eyes wide open that night, just taking in a whole different world for him.
So much attention. I mean, he was on entertainment shows after entertainment show talking about NASCAR and what he's doing, and then he got finished with that. He went dirt racing this week, and now he's back in a truck, and then he'll be racing on Sunday in the Cup Series.
See, Caden Honeycutt has bested Shane Van Gisbergen for the top of the speed chart so far. You know, we just saw that picture of Carson. He's a tall cat, and I was always one of the taller racers. And getting behind the wheel of a truck is a challenge because the cab is there just isn't as much room in it as there is in a Cup car these days, even in an O'Reilly car. And for Carson to squeeze into this truck and go road course racing, there's a lot that goes on with your feet down there between braking and shifting and the gas. They're very busy. I'm just wondering, I want Caitlin to find him and ask him, how much extra room do you have in there, Carson? I'm saying not much.
I know we've said this before. What is he, 6'4", Michael? You guys are pretty much about even.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit taller than me. He doesn't admit it. I don't know why. I think he just wants to make sure that everybody knows that his height is not a factor, that he can get the job done no matter what, and he does a great job. It's fun to watch Carson and see him be able to have the successes he's had. We met him here in the trucks. You know, it's fun when they show up and we get to know him a little bit.
Absolutely. There's Andres Perez in the 44 truck. Nice Motorsports, extra work here. They've got 4 in the field, SVG in the 4. They've got Tyler Reif, the young kid out of Las Vegas, in the 42. Perez here, and Ross Chastain is back. He's pulling double duty, actually triple duty for the next couple of weekends here in NASCAR.
That's awesome that he gets to run all 3 races. Ross was talking about that and how fun it is for him to be able to do so.
So much planning and coordinating. We've got the drivers' meetings, the practices, qualifying session, debriefing, then all your media obligations.
That's a lot. And also the most important thing,
eating and hydrating, right?
No, getting behind the wheel and executing. You got to be ready. You got to do all those things, but being precise and exactly where you want to be when you hop on the track is what's really important.
You see 3 of our triple dippers this weekend. SVG pulled into the pits. Let's listen to his radio.
I know it's hard, but do you feel anything could be better?
It was pretty decent there, but the last couple of laps, the tyres overheated, particularly the left front. If I was going to go out again, the track's ready for flex now.
Ooh,
okay.
I like that. And he knows, and I think as soon as you can get on slicks, the faster you're going to go. So him saying that, SVG with his experience putting on those tires, watch the difference in lap time when he makes this lap. And also, speaking of lap time, look who was able to hop to the top of the board. We talked about Carson Hocevar and his talent and his ability. And is there extra room in the cab of that truck? Well, evidently, there's plenty of room in there. He's fastest so far.
I think he's feeling a little comfy behind the wheel of the 77. Take a look at Ross Chastain, teammate this weekend, and the watermelon truck. Check this out.
Number 45 with the watermelon livery all over that thing. Are those seeds on the front?
I think so.
Right on.
Of course, when he wins, he smashes a watermelon. I think he's 8th or 9th generation watermelon farmer.
You can see the dry pavement there. When Shane Van Gisbergen said she's ready for slicks, he sees that path. Now, you've got to make sure you're precise and you do your job perfectly and not get too far off that drier part of the pavement. But when you're Shane Van Gisbergen, you're pretty sure you know how to do that.
So with the wet weather treaded tires, Carson Hocevar fastest at 1:18 seconds. They're going to switch over slowly here and put on those slick tires. So before long, we'll see what the difference is as Shane Van Gisbergen and his team continues to work on his truck, putting the slicks on.
This is Ross Chastain's first lap, and you're just learning. Even though he's been here and knows this racetrack, you're seeing what the rain tires are like. You're seeing what the track is like. So I don't expect there to be a ton of speed in this first lap, but when Ross Chastain makes another one, he's going to go right up toward the top. That's how good he is.
Chris Wright locks him up, getting into turn 1. Practice continues here. Carson Hocevar atop the board with 23 minutes remaining.
To lighten up through the brake zone. S's as well.
Yeah, there's a dry line all the way around the track.
Yeah, they're starting to tear up.
Be careful there, Willard.
Copy. Get into 7. Looks like maybe coming down pit road. No, you stayed out. You're good to blend when you get there. Next one, start finish line. Be on the 4th gear. They'll look at it.
2 water temp right this minute.
181.
4. Park it. It's just make sure you're being very deliberate on your shifts. I think it's probably just not being very deliberate. You know, just pay attention to that. We're going to put slicks on and send you right back out. So you can shut it down if you have it. Go ahead and change over to slicks.
Yeah, give me 1 minute, Chad. The 71, I know, just rolled on slicks. So everybody watch the 71. He's all into pit road now. Just make sure he doesn't have any issues. Be a good judge at least.
Can I move my steering wheel really quick? Can I move it a little bit?
Move the column?
It just needs to go forward just a little bit. Hit this time.
The slick's on, but they haven't gone back out yet.
Yeah, it's ready. So I did have some probably front mount, truck arm mounts hitting exit of 1. It doesn't feel good or sound good, but if you want to look at that, that's the only really issue I had.
Come back on that, you got cut off there when you first started talking.
I hit the front truck arm mounts, I think, on the rumble strips, exit of 1. Just make sure that they look okay. It's really loud when it happens.
Copy that.
21 minutes remain here in NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series practice. There's Ty Majeski putting the helmet on, getting ready to go out and take a spin in that 88 truck. Joe Shear, his crew chief, knows how to get it done around here. Just saw him standing on top of the pit wall, getting ready to talk to his driver.
Talked about that warm-up lap, first lap for Chastain. Dead last, second lap, first. Figured it out in a hurry, didn't he?
It's a road course winner right there in the 34 truck. Lane Riggs put on a heck of a show at St. Petersburg. See it right there. First career road course win. He was so pumped, Michael.
I was pumped. What a wonderful trip to Florida it was to see this race. We were so worried about this. Guys running off the track and wrecking, just a caution fest, if you will. But these guys really did their job. They were precise in their driving, and Lane Riggs, he was able to do those celebratory burnout donuts in St. Pete. What a great trip to Florida it was for the trucks.
It was. Hoping we go back there next year. But Lane Riggs really has put in the work, Michael. That was a weakness for him, is road course racing, and he didn't want people to look at him and say, oh, well, we're going to a road course, count him out. He has gone to work, figured it out, and wow, what a momentum and confidence boost it was getting that win. Look who just went to the top.
Yeah, he went from last to first. Ross Chastain, we were on board with him, checking out his truck there.
Many different names on top of the board now.
Let's see how this is supposed to be done. Look at AJ inside of that.
Yeah, copy.
25 Ram truck.
Copy.
Up to 13th for Allmendinger. So Lane Riggs already back in his box. Let's listen to his radio.
Look, you got to get a transmission in this thing. It's popping out of gear when it's not under load. And it might just be the shifter boot, because it's just when it's not under load and the shifter's not loaded, something's pushing it out of gear.
Make sure it's not a shifter boot issue, and make sure there's nothing simple we can look at right there before we take it all apart.
Yeah, the rubber boot that goes around the shifter to keep any fumes or dirt from flying up from the bottom of the racetrack on into the truck could be keeping that truck from going all the way into gear. You heard the team sort of break it down. Lane saying it might just be the boot. So they'll make a decision on that, determination on what exactly is causing it to pop out of gear and get that squared away.
Heard a different voice on the radio there. That's Drew Blickensderfer. He is the interim crew chief. He's also competition director for the team. He's calling the shots this weekend, so they're trying to iron out those issues. As we take a look at Gio Ruggiero getting around the track. Heard him talking about the sim this week, and he also went to 2311, Michael, to practice pit stops because we are pitting opposite than you normally see.
Reverse, if you will, from the way we normally do it.
That's right.
They'll
We're
come
going
down,
clockwise.
We are, and stop, and the drivers have to get accustomed to that, used to that. And we know how important pit road is. We've documented that week after week. But Gio got some good speed after just 2 laps. He's inside the top 5, so he's getting it done.
You saw the season he's had so far, too. Best average finish on the season so far compared to all of his competitors. Hasn't found victory lane yet, but certainly that confidence is going in the right direction. Turning some good laps here. 1:17.38 for Gio Ruggiero. And also, Michael, just getting word now, because we've had that wet weather, that NASCAR has decided for qualifying, it'll be an all skate, all trucks on track.
Well, that's perfect. We'll just go out and see who can get it done in a hurry. And you see Connor Zilich, he's fastest so far, and he's got 2 seconds on the field thereabout. He is the first cat to take on the dry tires. So we know slicks are faster when conditions allow, and he's able to take advantage of that and put up that fast time.
So 16.5 minutes remain here in practice. Then they will make the switch over, and there it is right there. Road course qualifying. It'll be 30 minutes. All trucks on track, and the fastest will take home the pole for tonight's race. We're coming up actually at 4:30 Eastern on FS1. So we have 38 trucks. 2 trucks will go home. It's a 36 truck field.
And you got to commend NASCAR. They've done everything there within their power to get qualifying in. The practice session is really important, but for a couple of drivers, being able to qualify is more important, getting the chance to race, and they'll get a chance to do that because of NASCAR's adapting to the conditions and making the right calls to get these trucks on the track and be able to go qualify.
Look how dry the track is looking. Let's check in again with Caitlin.
Well, Jamie, Jake Garcia, one of the competitors who's elected not to go out just yet, but what have you been observing from everyone else who's been out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's getting faster and faster, so we're going to go out here in a minute and get a few laps in before qualifying, but we just felt like at the beginning of the session with how different the track's going to be from what we're going to be racing on the rest of the day, you know, it kind of wasn't worth it to go just to make laps. So I think we'll have a fast Quanta Services F-150, and yeah, looking forward to getting out here and making some laps.
Good luck to you. Jake Garcia, one of the teams that's been very strong when it comes to qualifying so far this season. Jamie?
Yeah, Caitlin, and ThorSport's been so good on road courses. Connor Zilich, Connor Mozak, the top 2 here at Watkins Glen. 14 minutes remain.
They haven't claimed that yet, but I would imagine for sure, everybody being on dry, sun come back out, I could see why they would. Behind the guys entering 6 now. line, you can go after them. Just let them go by here. 20 back to them. You have a straightaway behind them to the 18 and 7. The 7's been pretty good with Mozak. You're clear right there. They're just getting in the braking zone behind you. Be the 7 car or 7 truck, white one. Still all good right there at the apex behind.
We're going to have this 5 and then a little gap. You're clear right there by 20. Just entering 1.
Still by 20.
Half.
Three coming. The last one's a 4. You can roll 3, 2, 1. Now. There you go.
We'll go that back. Back high.
I would say.
Just get a clean lap in. Y'all can tell me what I'm doing wrong later.
Okay. Roll. You're ready.
I'm ready to roll whenever you are.
Pretty busy out there.
Just make sure they're on. Been on stickers. Same deal with or on slicks. Same deal with a 9. Your radiator up, try and get you down to 200.
10-4.
24.
Kind of come outside. Pit road here. All clear. All clear. Clearing in 6 and 7 now. You can start rolling here. Gonna let this blue truck get by. He's off the last corner now. Ross is gonna go by, and it is the 19 truck. As soon as this 19 goes by, you're good. Remember the blend line here. He's over there on your left in the corner. Remember the blend line. You're good to go. Remember the blend line. Nothing out back. A lot of room, a lot of grip.
After about 2 laps, then we'll get your brake fans on.
I got you right there. Pit road's still pretty damp, just be easy there. I can't really tell what the line is leaving, but on track and the groove's pretty decent. From what I can see, they're starting to use the curb on exit of 1 as well. Got the 13 rolling off with you here. Got the 52 line now. Drag your feet. Drag your feet. We'll go behind him. He's into 1 now. Stay right here. Once he clears you, you're good. Start picking it up. He's about 5 back. 3, 2, all good right there. Just off of 1 in your mirror, 71.
About 10 back to 71, coming hard. 5 back here. 2 back. 71 and 1 more coming.
Outside, there's 2 of them. Be clear there. There's 2 more going to be coming. 5 back. It's pretty dry through here now. The exit.
A great time. Nephew of Mario Andretti.
5 career Trans Am TA2 wins. A road course racer decided he wanted to try his hand at stock car racing. Saw his cousin Marco Andretti come into the truck series.
He's a road racer.
Races.
Road racer, you can tell just a second lap around the racetrack, and he's already up inside the top 10, 7th quick for the 5 truck.
Finished 12th in his debut at Atlanta, Michael. Remember that day. Had a great qualifying effort. We're like, well, he's got the oval figured out. It's been not an easy road for him, but certainly at Atlanta did a heck of a job.
There's Chandler. Able to talk to him a little bit earlier about getting out there. He's making these first few laps. Really heavy braking there into the bus stop. Bounce through there, off the curbs. That's totally the way you make the best lap time through there, is jumping the curbs. See that tire wall, the blue right there. they'll be doing their best to avoid that. And then the tire barrier's there, the tire packs off turn 1 as we watch Daniel Hemrick make some laps. Adam Andretti hops up to the 4th position.
So far, 31. Actually, 36 of 38 trucks have been out. 32 trucks are on track right now, trying to get those laps in before qualifying.
Generally, you just want to have an empty track, but they just know that anything they can do right now is very important. Going from from the rain tires, wet weather tires to the slicks. Everybody's trying to get things done in a hurry.
Saw Daniel Hemrick in the 19. He was great here last year, finished 2nd, Michael. He needs one of those good runs, needs things to turn around for that 19 team.
That was his best lap last time by, jumps up inside the top 10 as we see Butterbean Queen in the 12 Ram. A lot of movement around the top of the scoring pylon, but Zilich and Hocevar stayed there. Honeycutt hopped up to 3rd. Again, Gisbergen was 3rd. Andretti's 5th.
Chandler Smith up to the 6th spot now, but Connor Zilich still fastest in this practice session.
Ready, Bob?
You know, you try to snap off the brake to carry speed, it just won't. And if you get on the brake more, you just overpower the front tire with the bump stop, you know?
We're sitting here, we need all the switches off, including the light.
Yeah, I just had the driver on to get fresh air because of the smoke.
Dropping stuff, the 22 was in the carousel.
17 line now, Eagle Hall S. Lap 6 of tires. Zilich went a 73.0 lap 5, so we're close. Track is picking up for guys that are going out on fresher stuff with better conditions.
Keep her coming, keep her coming. That's good, that's good. Clear by 10. Corners at least.
Yeah, I got you.
Everybody's all over the curbs back here.
We catch a bunch of traffic on this one, but chasing the 69 ahead of the 20.
Oh, come on, let's go. Brake fans on. Right side here. Clear behind the 20. You hear me back here, Phil?
Yeah, I hear you. I want to make one change if we can.
Here. Is fine. Chandler earlier releases. He's P6.
The Tricon Garage #1 truck right there. He had gone out, Michael, turned 2 laps, and he was on the right side of the scoring pylon, back in about 27th position. And then he decided to go for it and do a little mock qualifying run here, and he is certainly on it. He's already up to 6th.
Yeah, he's on a heater. That truck, you knew it was going to be fast. When you said he was on the right side of the scoring pylon, that's actually the wrong side, the right side. And he got that squared away in a hurry. You knew he would. People talk about his talent as a road racer, and they compare him to Connor Zilich. Like, he has the ability, the talent, not only on the road course, he's proven it. Anywhere we go, he's just a fast driver. And it's fun to see him at such a young age be able to figure this out.
He and Connor Zilich came up the same way through the TA2 program, road course aces. Came so close to winning the Roval last year for Brent Cruz. Still looking for his first career win, and there he goes to the top.
You know, I said they compare him to Connor Zilich. Both of them ran 1:11.91.
Tied lap time. Unbelievable.
That's just a great
And they've had some great battles here, Michael, in the Arca Menard series here.
Yeah, that's crazy. Look at him sliding that truck. Mobile One on the side of it. See, right out next to those tire packs, but keeping it on the racetrack. That's what the drivers asked for. Same thing up off of the turn 5.
Well, we talked about Lane Riggs having those issues with the transmission possibly, but he's up to 9th. Let's hear from his interim crew chief, Caitlin.
Yeah, and that would be Drew Blickensturfer, and he just came on the radio, Lane saying he has it stuck in second gear. Is that right? What all is Lane saying to you right now?
Yeah, we had a shifter boot issue earlier. We got that cleared up, and we thought everything was fine. Now it looks like it's stuck in second gear, so we're playing fast. We got to get that cleaned up. Hopefully we don't have to change transmissions, and looks like we can contend if we get everything fixed there.
Thank you, Drew.
He's basing that on that 1:12.99 lap time. They have issues. They've been on pit road a lot addressing the transmission, trying to figure out if they have to change that or not, but enough speed where they have confidence that the truck is in a good spot when they get everything ironed out.
I'll tell you, so many times we've seen this young man come from the back of the pack and race to the front. That's what he had to do at St. Pete. The last road course, the street course that we raced at for the first time, started 28th and ended up getting the win. So we'll continue to follow.
See there, that's the end of the tire pack, the tire wall that has been erected off of turn 5. Just after the bus stop, they come through that corner. This is a track limit again, wall. The drivers asked for it. See all this pavement out here? The drivers used to just crazy come off that turn and drive right out here. It made it more sweeping, an easier turn, if you will. Now you've got to see, obviously, keep it on the racetrack, and I think that's going to make for some great racing this evening because of the fact that you've got to be so precise and so tight. See the first Ram inside the top 10. AJ Allmendinger late in this practice session has got the 25 truck up into the 8th spot so far.
No surprise with the dinger behind the wheel. He did a great job. You know, he was in this truck at Darlington, ended up 11th, but going in the right direction so far here.
Here we go.
Riding on board with AJ Allmendinger. Take us through this, Michael.
Yeah, let's stick with Dinger. You hear him through the SS, shifting into high gear, running down the back straightaway. Obviously, without any traffic, he will swing wide, hop over a curb, a second curb, a third curb, and yes,
and a fourth
curb. And then we talked about the tire wall outside of this turn as they sweep off onto this straightaway. You see right there, we got to keep it on the road as we head down toward the last 2 turns here at Watkins Glen. Again, really deep in the corner, hard braking, dive down to the very bottom. You don't want to necessarily...
Run one more.
One more? AJ said I'm done. I don't think I want to run one more. But he jumped up to 1:12.28. He came across the alternate start-finish line. We talked about that earlier. And decided to take it right to pit road. I think he was happy with what he felt there. Good speed for AJ.
Bring it in, get ready for qualifying here. Just under a minute remains here in practice. Corey LaJoie here, another Ram. 5 full-time Ram trucks in the field this year.
Corey's just outside the top 20, 18th so far. Talked to him at Texas about this truck and this effort, and man, what a smile it brings to his face when you talk about getting.
Got something going on between 5 and 6.
You hear it there, debris between 5 and 6. So red flag will come out. There was only about 24 seconds remaining in this session.
And Brent Cruz jumped to the top. He broke that tie with Connor Zillich.
Yes, he did.
By some 2/10.
Zillich, those Spire trucks, all 3 of them looking quick. Honeycutt 3rd, Shane Van Gisbergen 4th, Connor Mozak. You see both flags there. That means practice is complete. They'll have some moments here to make some adjustments as we take a look at the debris came out on the track. There it is right there.
Like
That's
a brake
pretty
hose or
substantial.
a cooling hose of some sort.
And there it is. So we'll step aside. Teams will get ready for qualifying, then all trucks on track for 30 minutes to find out who will start the race from the pole.
My drive off is pretty good. Definitely feels like I got a good amount of grip right now. I just had some wheel hop that last lap into turn 1, so I'm definitely at the limit of my braking into turn 1. I don't know. I feel like last year I was definitely getting in deeper, but the track might have a little bit less grip right now.
Copy that.
What should I do with my brake bias here to help the wheel hop?
Just go ahead and put a round of front to it. Don't mess with the lever, just go one round to the front.
Copy that. Redone, am I hopping out, or are we just going straight to qualifying?
I believe we're going straight to qualifying. So just stay in. Alright, Dalton, just do your normal qualifying pressures I gave you this morning.
10 minutes on adjustments, 10 minutes. Mandatory slicks.
We're near where you probably need to be, so that's going to help the security on entry with braking. But ultimately, you know, how do you feel about your brake trace? Do you feel like you're good trailing off, or are you braking harder later?
Hang on, sorry. Pedro was talking to me, and Will was talking to me. Real quick. Hold on. Who am I talking to first? I got Josh, I got Pedro, and I got Will talking to me.
So, roughly right now, take it up to about -12. So you do quick pumps, fast pumps, not big pumps.
Using curb, like off of turn 1, it's wet. But I don't know if I need to be using curb off of turn 1 into the, you know, to set up for that first S. I don't know what guys are doing.
Yeah, I don't think their placement is off. I think maybe they're a little bit wider into 1 and later on initial turn in, then they sweep across, but I don't think they ever got on the curb. But they are a little bit quicker to gas with a little bit more potential to get wide open faster.
Front, take the jack around to the front.
I think. We just never got a clean lap either, too.
Were they running for lap times?
I didn't really get to push much of that lap.
Yeah, so aside from setup stuff, the only technique things I want you to work on is, like Connor mentioned to you, that stab of the brake after he gets through the first apex is a lot stronger on his half. So he's carrying more speed through the first apex and then really stabbing it before he turns back left. So I want you to work on that. You're under driving turn 1 a little bit as far as the brake zone goes, maybe a car length or two. But other than that, it looks pretty tidy.
Copy, yeah. Definitely just kind of under driving that first apex right now, so that makes sense.
Also, I know you're tight, but you're not helping the case. You're turning in super early from the bottom of the S's at the hill, and Connor's about a car width, maybe even a car width and a half more left before he turns in.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the curve. I didn't get to that point yet, and it's really hard to get down to the apex, you know what I mean, when I turn in from out there.
Gotcha. I've heard everyone fine. I've had no issue over here on 1 or 2.
Yeah, all good. Speeds and everything goes. I really hope there's something to watch on SMT down there. I don't know if we have time for you to hop out and look at it, but that's going to be the telltale sign.
That's really our biggest danger zone. That's the biggest thing for you. And then at that mission chip sign is technically where I pick them up. It's not ideal, but I could spot it if needed. And then obviously I really start to see him on the entry to the second to last corner.
Second to last corner is 6. That's the grandstand we're all in.
So I got him all the way, like, you know, I can get him on exit, kind of at the tire pack. I can see that with binoculars, kind of on my own, but the red I can see better with binoculars. All the way down, and then you can take him, I guess, through 6 if you got a good vision.
Yeah, 10-4, we'll do that. I just don't want to transfer in the middle of a corner, so if you want to take him all the way through 6, I'm also good with that, you know what I mean?
I would rather, because then I can control if I'm saying left or right, then I can continue that through 6, and then as he dumps the 6 and transfers back to that U.S. Army sign, you take over at the U.S. Army sign.
Momentum up and, you know, hopefully somehow away fight it for the road guys.
NASCAR did update it. It will be one group for 30 minutes for this qualifying session, so you know, and we'll see if the momentum continues for Carson Hocevar.
He called Connor Zilich the 12-year-old. Zilich is 19. Carson Hocevar is 23. They'll all be on track, looking for the fastest lap of the day.
The UFL is bringing you.
And he's starting his arc a little bit later than you and a little wider.
Yeah, I'd like to get to that point. Right now, I had to drive in so deep just to get on throttle late. You know what I mean? Because if I got on throttle earlier, I just push.
Yeah, 100%. Everything else looks really good, though. I mean, I think we're losing a little bit off exits, but I know that's because you're tight. So, overall throttle trace looks good.
Quote-unquote throttle trace.
A little early, which is definitely not helping it, but I think it's go. In both fronts, please, yep. Probably one of our biggest strong suits. The more confidence you can gain in it. Copy. And I think I'm braking deeper than most of the guys around me, probably too late. But I'm trailing a lot of brake into the corner, which is helping with the rotation. So we'll see if I back it up, see if that stays the same.
Remember, that little bit of easy in and hard off will pay dividends in here if that still get a turn, you know what I'm saying?
Copy. Yeah, I feel like I'm braking pretty early, and then I get around other people and I just crash into the brake zone. So I just got to rewrite my brain.
Turn off. They just look like they're carrying way more speed going from the center of the corner up out of the hole, where it looks like you're kind of still slowing it down getting to the middle, and then now that you're slowing it down getting to the middle, you're having to do opposite of what they're doing and trying to get that speed back for getting up out of the hole, where they're already off the brake pedal and rolling that speed out of the hole, you know what I mean?
As you carry more speed through the S's, you're going to go faster down the back straightaway. You know, some of these fast guys are going to be full throttle up the S's. So they're probably going 15 miles per hour faster than you going into the bus stop. So you might not want to change your brake marker where you get on the brake going into the bus stop, because you're going to try to roll more speed through the S's.
Okay, 10-4, that makes sense.
And a half, and then consistently stay there. But I mean, you know, you only got to make 6 laps, so don't think they got to do it all right now, and get it caught up. Like, we still have 72 laps later to do it, so don't think you got to try to do it all here in qualifying.
Tape on the grill. You can still run your brake fans here. It'll still pull air. Just be mindful when
And what were your takeaways from practice for this one?
Yeah, it was fun. Good to get some laps. It was pretty slippy at the start, and then we got the slicks on and built up. So they're fun. I haven't really raced one before, and they got no grunt, but they handle really well. So it was pretty fun. We got a bit of speed to find to the young kids up front, but see how we go in qualifying.
You mentioned the young kids. It's a stacked field of road course ringers in this event today. What do you think this is going to be like, all of you just jockeying to try and get this win?
Yeah, it should be awesome. There's some good guys in here and people I like racing against. And yeah, thankful to Nice and Circle B Diecast for putting me in it. And hopefully we have some fun this afternoon.
Good luck to you. SVG, we'll see if he can't keep the momentum on the road courses going here today in Watkins Glen. Jamie.
Let me translate, Jamie, no grunt means no power. But handle's good. He just doesn't like the power under the hood.
I think he's having fun with it.
I think he's having a great time.
We'll see how SVG does. Qualifying is coming up next from the Glen.
To dream the impossible dream. To reach the unreachable star.
World Cup champions.
We follow the star.
What?
One group with everyone in it. Correct, and it's 30 minutes long. And also remember, we will be using the all start finish line for lap times.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're thinking about, but, you know, we don't want to get screwed over by a late red and not have a good lap. So maybe try to get a banker and then a second one. I don't know. You guys, just a thought. The period has concluded.
That gives you time to go right at the end if you wanted to again. I got a little bit of ice and stuff if we need it. Okay?
This that too, so make sure you don't kill the tires as far as any flat spots or anything like that. Just good hard laps, but don't kill it.
So I'm racing on the set we finish on, or I have to use both these sets?
This set you're going to start the race on, so you'll run the first segment of 20 laps. So what I'm saying is don't try to flat spot it. Don't get every, you know what I'm saying? Just good hard laps, but don't kill them.
That's right, you said one set, copy.
I tell you no, we're going to go here right away. 2 laps, got to get done in 2 laps here. There is one total group of qualifying now. Everybody goes out. It's 30 minutes long. NASCAR just changed it.
Oh, okay. I didn't get the memo.
And run over something, so.
Yeah, 10-4.
Yeah, he basically is like, I didn't really get after it as much as I really even could have come close to. So.
Welcome back to Watkins Glen, and you're going to love this video. I'm going to take you for a lap around Watkins Glen International. You see we're with our Toyota Racing race car, diving down into turn 1. You see the tire packs out to the left. You want to stay away from those. And then it's the S's. Your foot's going to be flat on the floorboard as you race up through here to hit the back straightaway. Good momentum off this last turn of the S's is really important as you work your way down the back. A long straightaway here, top speed, and then as you get down toward the bus stop, grabbing your gears, hitting your brakes as hard as you can, because this is a real passing zone. It's a place where we're going to see them 2, even 3 wide down into the corner. Work our way through the bus stop and then into the carousel. You want to wrap right around the bottom of that turn the best you can, and then you can see the tire wall that's been constructed there just off of turn 5 as we go down the bypass boot. That's fun to say. I never heard it called that before, but we're going down into turn 6, make the hard left, another opportunity to get a pass done. And if you also are good, you can pass here going into turn 7 as well, and then hit the front straightaway with all the momentum you can as you race downhill into turn 1, cross the start-finish line. What a fun racetrack, Jamie. Like I said, I raced here in '86, raced here a long time. There's not a better place for NASCAR in America than here at Watkins Glen. You can see the infield's packed. The adrenaline, the energy for this race this weekend is over the top. Looking forward so much to seeing all 3 series go at it.
So you saw there the traditional start-finish line. We do have an alternate start-finish line between 5 and 6 just for practice and qualifying. As we get ready, drivers...
Now this is
we're
interesting.
told, yeah, 30 minutes here. One session because of the weather, Michael. We're doing it a little bit differently. We were going to do 2 groups, but NASCAR decided all trucks at one time, they will be on slick tires, and they only have 1 set for this session.
And you only need 1 lap. And I say that but then there's traffic involved. There's people that are going to be merging off of pit road while you're trying to get your lap done. So that'll be the biggest thing, not catching another truck during your lap, because you know, for the best drivers, they can get it done in one lap, and that's all they want to run. But if you catch a truck in the wrong part of the racetrack, so you're really going to heavily rely on your spotter to try to gap, because in practice we saw a separation of some 6-8 seconds from fastest and slowest. You're going to catch people in a hurry if you're not planned or prepared for it, and your spotter be on your game. Hopping out here on the track first, Cole Butcher. See, he's got a lot of speed in that 13 truck for qualifying. Had some issues in the race at Texas, got in the outside wall, but he's the first on the track. You think, well, that's smart. You're going to have an open track, right? Well, not necessarily, because at the end of pit road, people will be merging onto the track to start their runs as well. So the start-finish line, the alternate start-finish line, he just crossed it there and starting his lap. As we see Tony Breidinger, she's going to do the same thing.
She had a problem shifting earlier. It was stuck in gear. Actually, we were listening during break. She couldn't even get it into neutral, Michael. Looks like they may have fixed the problem.
She's going to have to be on the gas hard here. As you see, her head's over, just really focused on this lap. Little gas there, got it loose.
If the water tip's only 200 on coming to the line on lap 2, she can run a third lap.
Letting the spotter know for her to check the temperature. And if the temperature isn't over 200, she can run another lap. They're off turn 1. She hits the rev limiter quite a lot. I'd like to see her clean that up a little bit. Shift before she gets into it. See what happens here. There it was. That caused a hesitation in the shift too. You need to hit those shifts a little bit cleaner. That was costly for that long back straightaway. I talked about momentum onto it, and losing that momentum will hurt your lap time. But she's hustling it. You can see that, hitting those curbs. Committed to the throttle really early there. That's a good exit. She was good lap for her. Just about 6/10 off the fastest truck so far. I think if she cleans those shifts up, she could run some really competitive times here.
She picked up about 2 seconds off her practice times.
That's awesome.
There's Natalie Decker.
Natalie's got a lot of time to make up. I talked about the 6-8 seconds difference between faster trucks and slower. You can see it there. She was only able to run 1:19.90.
All good by 12.
That won't make the race. Good looking 22 truck, isn't it?
It really is. Team Rayom. She hasn't been in a truck since 2020. She shows up at a few O'Reilly races a year. She's juggling a lot. She's a new mom, young mom, still a racer, has her eye on the prize. That's Tony Breidinger.
Yeah, that's
behind Natalie Decker.
That's unfortunate for her, because she ran in 1:16.23 and she caught Decker and aborted. Frankie Muniz isn't with us this weekend, Jamie. Stephen Malazzi's wheeling that 33 truck. The New Jersey racer. See, raced mid-Ohio, got a 22nd place finish there.
And Stephen graduates from law school from Temple next week, Michael, and this is, from what we're hearing, could be his last race.
Yeah.
Going into the real world, going to be a lawyer. Congratulations, sir. Enjoy this ride.
We'll have something to say about the fastest time so far. Gio Ruggero's taking first couple of corners on his hot lap here. We've talked about Cole Butcher and the way he's able to go out and qualify. He put up a solid lap there. Not quite as fast as what we saw in practice for some of our top runners, but really good. And you can see Gio's pacing about approaching half a second faster. See that windshield wiper there, Jamie, on the windshield of that 17 truck. Hopefully that thing won't get any action today. I think we're in good shape.
Part of our wet weather package, because we can't is wet conditions. Can't be raining. That's a visibility issue, but NASCAR can race on road courses if there is some wetness, some dampness on the track. Top of the board for Gio Ruggiero, a 1:11.29, Michael, the time to beat.
That's the fastest lap of the day. Ruggiero just ran faster than anyone did in practice, so good job, Gio.
Here's one guy that's really happy it's not wet out anymore this morning in the garage, and he said, I am not good in the wet weather.
Man, he was right there.
He was.
Ahead of Ruggiero until the last turn.
Second for Eckes. His teammate Ankrum on his lap, third.
Here comes Caden Honeycutt in the 11. Popping over turns.
Oh, had to get around the 33.
That was not ideal, but it was where it cost him a lot of momentum. He just swung a little wide, and you can see there, fastest so far. That's, if you got to catch a truck and pass them, that was the best place on the whole racetrack other than a straightaway to do so, because you can sweep around the outside of turn 5 and be able to not lose a lot of ground. You see Justin Haley in the 16 truck coming to pit road. He put up the 7th quickest time.
Chandler Smith next up here in the 38 truck.
He's just leaving pit road. His spotter worked with him and said, okay, this is our best chance to have an open racetrack. You see, he doesn't care if anybody's behind him or not. He's got that kind of speed, but there wasn't anyone out the windshield. This is really important. Get your timing started. Hop through the bus stop. Make sure you nail this corner because you're coming to the alternate start-finish line. That corner is as important twice as any of these other corners are, because you want to have everything going your way right there when you take the green. Sound of that truck just really makes you want to be out there as a race car driver, giving that thing a go. Really good momentum there through the turn 6 and 7 portion of this racetrack.
It's top 5 at St. Pete in qualifying.
I think he's going to be right there at it here as well.
See him tracking in the red.
Got a 10th and a half so far he's given up. See if he can make it up. That's what I love about road racing. You know, you might be better in a couple of corners than another guy, and you can take that deficit that you see there floating right around a quarter of a second. Third of a second. Got it down to under 2/10. See there? See the speed through there? Was able to cut into the deficit. And then pop ahead. Right there. Fastest. First truck down into the 110s. That was a cool representation of what it takes to have a fast lap all the way around this track. You can make up a lot of ground if you nail a corner or two.
Connor Mozak is next up on track. See what he can do here.
He's got a good start to this lap going.
He's 5th quick in practice. One of the 3 Spire trucks.
Pole time in 25 was 1:10.95, and that's a track record.
Oh, Chandler's so close. We're flirting with it.
Yeah, this lap here might get it done. You can see pretty good cushion. Great lap for Connor. Just get back to that line right there, and you are the fastest with a new
P1 right there.
Track
front brakes on.
Record.
happens fast, doesn't it, Jamie? You have all these trucks that you know are fast enough to go get the pole, might be on the track at the same time.
Can't wait to see what his teammates have.
There's
Kosovar and Zilich, of course, are his teammates for Spire this weekend.
That's a big lap, 1:10.73. No one's ever gone around here that fast in a truck before, so great job, Connor Mozak.
He started first at St. Pete. We didn't have qualifying there, so see if he can hang on to it. A lot of good trucks still to come. Jake Garcia, Caitlin talked to him earlier.
Yeah, he waited in that practice session to go out later on his slick tires. You can see good pace early, just a 1/10.5 off so far. Can make that up. Whoa, deep into turn one. You can see that as the time. These guys are coming to the green flag.
Connor Zilich.
This will be interesting. Zilich and Kosovar.
They just passed that alternate start-finish line.
Probably going to see a lot of green from these two cats.
This will be fun. Carson Kosovar right behind him. Interesting little strategy. Let's go out together.
Yeah, I don't know who employed that, but I like it.
Kosovar probably said, I'm going to go out behind this cat and see where he is faster than me.
He's going to see what the 12-year-old's got. I like that exit there, taking up most of that racetrack.
Both in the green right now.
You can flat-foot it through the S's. What talent we have in the truck series this weekend. Just a stacked lineup. Tells you how fast Connor Mozak was. These guys struggling to get there, but I think they might.
Nobody with a lot of experience in a truck here, Michael. We've only raced here 7 times.
Wow, so close.
Zilich second, Kosovar fourth. Answers those questions so far. Mozak is the top. We'll see what Brent Cruz has. He looked good in practice. He was the fastest right at the end, a 1:11.68. How much does he beat that by, Michael?
Well, he's got to pick it up by a second if he wants to, which he does want to, by the way, in order to beat Connor Mozak. He hasn't taken the green yet. That's why he's not on our on track. He's coming to take it. All the momentum possible there, swinging wide off turn 5. Here he comes.
There it is right there.
Fastest cat earlier. See if he's able to match what Connor Mozak did. That's a great exit. You see the time just getting faster and faster compared to Mozak coming down the front. That was because of the exit off of turn 7.
99 now, boys. I'll try to get some help from it.
Quarter of a second in the bank. This will be wide open. Should just keep that amount or grow it. Next real check will be as he hits the brakes and gets into the bus stop. See where he's at. He's going in there with a 3,500 advantage. And he grew it.
4/10.
Luckily, a good deal there. Saw the 99 truck swing wide.
Coming out of 5.
Wow, half a second. What a lap. Brent Cruz to the top.
He does it.
It's another one of those 12-year-olds showing Carson Kosovar what he's got.
I'll tell you, this young man's been getting it done on the ovals in the O'Reilly series. He's had some really close finishes, so close to getting that first win. AJ Allmendinger riding on board with him, off the pace a little bit here.
Cole Butcher also, as you see on the track there, he went out for a second run. Felt like he could do better if he had another chance, and that's what this 30-minute sessions gives these drivers the option to do.
Allmendinger almost, there it is, a second off the pace. You know, and you have to remind people that Rams starting out this season back in the sport, they don't have all the bells and whistles that the other teams do. They don't have the simulation, Michael. They don't have those resources yet. They're building on it.
I felt like we would see more speed by this point in the year than we have, but those guys are working hard. I talked to Corey LaJoie down there and Justin Haley in Texas, and they said, we are doing all we can. We're putting full court press every week on making these trucks faster and faster.
What an effort, though. 5 trucks they have to prepare every single weekend.
SVG, you can see he's warming his tires there on the back stretch. Coming to turn 5, now it's full court press. He's going to give it all he's got. Swinging wide off turn 5. Take the green flag here. They decided to wait halfway through this session to make this hot lap. See if he can do anything with Brent Cruz. That's a tall task. Started the lap with a lot of speed, though, right there with Cruz.
Right away, tracking in the green to start the lap. Now he's back in red.
That's all just a foot or two here or there, just less than a tenth of a second. He can make up as much as 2 or 3 tenths in one turn, or lose it, as we see there. I just think it's so fun to see the talent that's coming up, whether it's Connor Zilich or Brent Cruz, Carson Hocevar winning the Cup Series. These young kids, they show up with winning in their mind.
I've seen some advertisements for this race, and it's Zilich and SVG face to face like a boxing match. Got the ghost truck now to take a look at where Brent Cruz is in comparison to Shane Van Gisbergen and the different lines.
Shane's able to get out of that Ford truck and say, well, how'd he do that? And they can look at the ghost truck and give them some idea about what happened.
See how fast they're moving around this place. Look at that, 154 miles per hour.
Looks like Shane's going to take another one.
Yeah, 4th on that lap for him.
Most of the top drivers have only done 1 lap around. We felt like that'd be the case. Looks like Shane's got it in the wind this time. Lost a lot of ground there in turn 1. And is that enough to say he's going to abort? Yes. Didn't like what he felt there.
Chandler Smith on his first lap was 5th.
You know, when you talk about Brent Cruz and Connor Zilich, Shane Van Gisbergen, you gotta give it up for Connor Mozak. I mean, that's a great lap for him as well. Just really talented road racers. You see Chandler Smith. Chandler's 5th fastest, and he decided he had a little bit more he could gain, so he wanted to give it another go. That's a tough task, if you ask me, to be inside the top 5, go out there, make another run, and try to go even faster yet. I don't know. I might have just settled for that. But
and what's the sweet spot, Michael? You only have so much time to come in and cool those tires off before you give it another try.
Well, you could see Chris Wright's having a pretty decent run. You could see Shane Van Gisbergen thought another lap would work for him. He attempted it, and it didn't. Chandler was about 7.5 tenths off in his first run around the racetrack, and it's going to be more than that this time. But hey, they gave it the try, and it's going to come up short.
So not going to improve his time for Chandler Smith. He'll stay 5th. Here's Chris Wright. Michael, you mentioned looked like he was having a pretty solid lap.
Yeah, started off really good. Hear him hustling that gas. Chris is a road racer. His background is road racing. 1:12.15 the first time around. 1:12.17 that time, so about the same time, lap time.
Here's Gio Ruggiero going for a second lap, 10th quick on his first go.
Gio was a second off of our fastest lap, roughly. So anything inside of a second, as you can see here, he's only a quarter so far, third.
One driver we haven't seen out here is Lane Riggs. We're told he took it back to the garage. He had those transmission issues. He will not attempt to qualify. So we will update that story as we get it. May have to start. Well, he will start in the rear. We've seen him do that many a times for Lane Riggs, unfortunately.
Where's our man Ross Chastain?
Haven't seen him yet.
Was that him stalled on the back straightaway? You can see the sticker tires. So he was.
Is he waiting for an opening?
No.
Some issue.
Yeah. There's the start finish line.
Yep, right there.
Got to be rolling by there. So there's a problem with that. I think NASCAR got to throw the caution.
Caution is out.
That's hard for Caden Honeycutt to accept. You could see he was on a good lap.
The red flag is out for Ross Chastain, stopped on the track. They're all chasing Brent Cruz, though.
This is the greatest spectacle in racing.
To a second, anything's better to get a little bit of a carrot out in front of you to chase, you know what I mean?
That's a 4.
Going to be 12th in line, going to be 8 minutes, 25 seconds on the green, 45's almost back to pit road.
Your spike on SMT is too big. You need to lessen your initial brake pressure and carry more speed into the corner, and that will help your min speed.
She'll have time to run her laps, and then you can see what you got. Yeah, 10-4. Green, 8 minutes, 25 seconds. There are 15 cars at the end of pit road.
Take the green.
Yeah, copy. I like that.
Pretty busy right here. 14 or 15 rolled off.
Wow. Yeah, I agree. I think I was a little conservative through there.
You're going to run up on her on your lap, so you just need to let them get away.
Copy.
Still not off pit road behind you. Just keep dragging.
How many laps are we going for here?
Losing overall grip, kind of just starting to slide the fronts a little bit, and then having to just speed throttle a little slower, that's really all that's doing, is just losing overall grip slowly.
I mean, it's a second and a half to third. How much more do you think you got in it?
If you put stickers on it, I could probably go do it easily. But now that we've already done 2 heat cycles on the tires, and there's, 4 laps on them, it's just going to be a little bit of a stretch just because you're going to have to rebalance my balance with the changes to compensate for the heat cycles on the tires.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying is do you feel like the tires are falling up enough? Is it worth trying to refire?
Yeah. As much as I hate to say it, my gut tells me no. Like, I know that if I could redo it, knowing what I know now, I could have ran probably a low 70, high 60, just with everything that I'm learning through turn 1 and reacclimating myself to use the runoff and all that. But, yeah, I mean, the tires are losing enough grip, and with the heat cycle, it's getting to the point where it's hard to justify running it again. And if we go quicker, like, it would have been money on stickers if we would have done it right the first time.
Yeah, that's where I'm
like these guys. Rose just went faster than 95. Like, we're probably going to end up somewhere around 10th if we don't refire, I'd say.
How much time's left?
About 6 minutes.
One entering the track now.
Back there for me, please. I see one coming to me. I'm good.
I'm back on that.
Fine, you're fine. Pull that will go behind.
The 12 will go by you, and then you can build off of him whenever you want. You can fire at the top of the S's. That's what most of them are refiring. After the 12, the next one is just now off 7 at speed. Plenty good. Plenty good. Whatever you need right here.
81, 18 here with you. Slow rolling.
Nothing at all. Build all you want. Get your fans off and blue switch off. Fans off, blue switch off.
Keep it cool. Speed is at the line now.
Has to stop. Just make sure your gap's good off of that. Everybody behind you is blending. Next one at speed just out of 1. And you're plenty good on time. 4.5 minutes left. Out here, we're done for the day. Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys at 4:30.
Yellow or something, just keep on feeding me with information like that, just so if there's anything you see that I can do better. So I'll keep that in the memory bank and we'll work on that come the race.
Good deal. We'll do. I'll talk to you throughout the race too. If I'm talking too much or in an area that you don't want, just tell me. I know I'm going to try to not talk in the S's, but I know those are tricky.
Yeah, no, you're good. It's not going to offend me.
Good deal.
I got you.
Let's go in about 45 seconds if we can. About that 3-minute mark if you're ready to.
Worse when I turn left, pulsing my foot.
Needs to find a little more speed, Michael.
Tough break there for Haley. Got caught up behind Destiny. She'll need to do it here. Maybe just catch a couple of lines or ideas from Haley and try to run a faster lap. She picked up a little bit even with that pass. 117 flat. Still needs about 3 seconds in order to get up and contend for a spot in this field. I'm sure her team has kept her advised of all. And what about Connor Mozak?
Second isn't good enough, Michael. Need a second lap and try to knock off Brent Cruz. As SVG called him, the kids are up there battling each other for this pole.
We're going to be okay here.
Mozak is within a half a tenth of a second here early in the run. He's in position to do that if he can just put together the rest of the lap. That's where we saw SVG decide to bail on his second lap, right there in turn 1. Whoa, sideways there for the 7 truck. A lot of guys out trying to make one last run at this thing, including the 4 truck. Shane Van Gisbergen is back again. See him rolling over there out of the way on the back. He doesn't need to have speed there, but as he gets here to where Mozak is, see that blue truck behind Mozak, he'll start to try to put that lap together.
Caden Honeycutt.
He's on a flyer.
Making another go at it. 10th right now with a 1:11.09. And Caitlin told us in break that Ross Chastain had an ECU issue, so an electrical problem for that 45 truck. Has not made a lap for Ross Chastain.
Looks like Honeycutt's going to pick up here. He was 10th on his first run. He'll go all the way up to 4th. So there are speed in that, in those Goodyear tires if you're able to put it all together, as you see.
Hocevar, hang on to it.
Carson Hocevar is giving himself a run at it.
Kosovar 9th. See if he picks up here.
He's gonna.
Crossing that alternate start-finish line right there.
Goes up to 7. There's SVG.
He tried to go for that second lap earlier, Michael, and aborted it.
He's going to gain here. 6/10. Yeah, it's about the same. A little bit quicker. He jumps up to 6th spot, does the 4 truck. They talked about track position early in the day and how important it'd be. That's what that lap was all about. Just trying to gain a spot or two, and he did just that.
Daniel Hemrick on his second lap.
That's pretty deep into the lap just to be a quarter of a second off. See right there. Good lap for Daniel. He ran about a second off the pace of Brent Cruz in his first lap. He's going to cut that well down. All the way up to 2nd for Daniel Hemrick on his run. As you see, Lane Riggs.
Lane had problems from the time he got out on track with that transmission. Apparently they swapped it out, and now he gets a shot at qualifying his first lap here, Michael.
What about the problems he had at Texas? Had an issue qualifying, and in qualifying couldn't make a lap. He started in the back, made it all the way to the front, and of all things, the rear window fell out.
Hadn't seen that before.
Never have. They were able to get him back together, and he had a shot to win the race, just like you expected.
St. Pete, he started in the back, Michael, and he ended up winning.
Brent Cruz might have been playing a little defense, wanting to.
Got Connor Zilic on track.
Brent Cruz is in a interesting spot. He's going to be behind the 71.
Ty Majeski just jumped up to 2nd.
All these drivers are proving to Brent Cruz, you can be beat, son. Look at the gap. Look at the margin of favor Connor Zilic has right now.
So time is expired.
We'll get back to that start-finish line, though. These laps will count. Time is expired to start your lap, not to finish it. Right there. Wow, he was right there with Cruz early, but he's starting to lose a little ground. Zilic was about 0.7 of a second off of Cruz on his first run.
Zilic
cuts it down to 0.5 seconds up inside the top 5.
So he ends up 5th. Ross Chastain did get a lap, 34th for him. There he is right there. And that does it. Brent Cruz gets his first career pole in his 11th start here in the Truck Series. The 18-year-old from Hickory, North Carolina. And Ty Majeski right at the end, Michael, ends up 2nd.
He was right up front at St. Pete when we were racing, so good road course ability for Ty Majeski.
First career Watkins Glen front row for Ty Majeski in his 2nd attempt here.
There's Majeski. For you folks that haven't been watching this year, that's not Matt Crafton. There's Ty Majeski.
Really nice job for him.
Yeah, great job.
Motorsport trucks, they know how to get it done on the road courses. It's been a long time since they found a win, Michael. Can today be the day?
Ben Rhodes with a wild run into the top 10. He'll start 9th in his Thor sport truck.
We need a little fire. It's mid-40s here, Watkins Glen. It's like a winter day here. We'll hear from more of the drivers and, of course, our pole sitter after this.